As you know, there's been some activities of tax credits against tax liabilities in other states. There's been some tax credits that are transferable, but our governor, with the credit markets being relatively soft, is making this a guaranteed cash refundable credit. It's a financeable credit. The pool of dollars is $350 million, and it makes it the largest single financial tax incentive from a cash perspective in the U.S. Along with that, all renewable and solar headquarter operations, research and development facilities, and manufacturing facilities will have their real and personal property taxes eliminated to only 5% of the valuation for their first 10 years in Arizona. And if you hit certain job numbers, it can go to 15 years. So that is not driven by jurisdiction. Unlike a lot of state incentives for companies, you don't have to be in a particular area. Wherever you locate in the state of Arizona, every single community in that state is immediately eligible to do that. So this is the largest single cash incentive in the industry now in the United States. Its real and personal property tax reclassification is turnkey because it's automatic. If you come into the state and you meet qualifying job standards of around $38,000 a year, if you make a minimum investment of $5 million, these incentives are automatic. So there's no local approval process. It's a two-page application outside the governor's office in the hands of the Department of Commerce Director, Don Carden. So the governor also signed legislation that empowers communities to create special taxing districts for renewable and solar companies for energy production, which gives special tax circumstances and as well as bonding capabilities as well. And then finally, on the concentrated solar power front, House Bill 2614 was passed as well. And so any concentrated solar power investment in Arizona has their real and personal property taxes eliminated to only 5% of the valuation, and that is in the perpetuity. That is a permanent tax classification on all concentrated solar power investments. And of course, if you were following the recent announcement of Lockheed Martin and Starwoods announcing a $1.4 billion investment in Arizona, that was triggered by this bill. So obviously we're here to celebrate the industry and the future of solar here in the United States and around the world. And I know that it's been a long time coming for people, at least in the United States, is wondering if there was someone other than California that was actually going to put some time and energy into the solar sector. But I'm pleased to announce today on behalf of our governor, Governor Jan Brewer, these recent accomplishments as of yesterday. So my colleagues are here. Our website is gpec.org. You'll be able to find more details on the programs and how they work through that. Obviously, these credits are available immediately. There's about a 30-day period as far as the negotiation for the credits, but it's pretty straightforward, and we'd be interested in competing for any and all industry that would consider Arizona as a specific location. Down the road, we're going to be announcing some direct collaborations between Arizona and California as well. I think you're going to see California and Arizona almost become a combined market. This is also a market that's going to build 800,000 new homes over the next 15 years, and starting in 2011, average about 5 million square feet of new commercial industrial space. And we know the Mojave Desert's off limits. Well, the desert in Arizona is open for business. So if you're looking for a desert location, you're welcome to come to Arizona.
We now have the tax credit that we believe will help us lure solar energy and other renewable energy manufacturers to the state of Arizona. But we have a lot of other things that we've been working on at the Corporation Commission for about the last 10 years. Arizona was the first state in the country to establish a solar energy standard. We did that. It is now 15% by 2025. I believe the Commission will look at raising that to 25% by 2020 or 2025. We have the most aggressive distributed generation carve-out in the nation right now on a per capita basis, which means we're going to put more solar panels on rooftops per capita than any other state in the country. So as Barry mentioned, if you want to do solar energy, if you want to sell and be located into the same market that you're selling into, come to Arizona, because we're going to be putting a lot of solar panels on our rooftops. And then we have, thirdly, but not lastly, not least, we have the most aggressive net metering standard in the country. Most renewable energy experts will tell you that Arizona has the best net metering standard. Why? Because our net metering standard, A, has no megawatt cap, so if we wanted to net meter every business and every household in the state of Arizona, we can do it. And B, because we allow you to net meter up to 125% of your total connected load, which no other, as I understand it, no other state allows you to do. So we have some very progressive policies in the state of Arizona. And finally, I want to say we have begun the process to build transmission for renewable energy in a way that I think no other state in the country is doing. We have told our utilities, you have to identify your top 3 renewable energy transmission lines, and then you have to identify a way to get it built. So when we build those large-scale CSP projects in the desert of western Arizona, and yes, we will build them, and we will do it in a timely fashion, we're going to have a way to transport that electricity, that solar energy, not just into the Phoenix load pocket, but also into Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So we believe that the Southwest is the solar energy hub of the world, and we have set about to prove that, and we think we're well on the way.